thing. How many ways does a finance manager have to generate income? In a single day, what opportunities do you have to generate income? We focus on one thing, this right here, right or not? We focus on the customer in front of us, and we get so tunnel zoned that that's the only channel we have to earn income. Okay? Can you make money on the desk?
Yes.
Can you make money on the desk if you don't know the bank program better than the desk?
No.
No. Then you are completely reliant on the desk to feed you. And you're never going to be able to do anything outside of that. If you don't know the bank program better than this guy, the only source of income you will have is right here. And you're limited to that. Okay? So when you get a deal in front of you, Marcus, when you get a deal in front of you and you filter open a deal, what are you looking for in that 5 or 10 minute window right there? What are you actually examining?
How can I make more money? Where does the customer live? Look at their house, try to find out if they're kind of bougie, if they're going to be that customer I'm going to feed or pitch. Like this is the platinum customer, this is for the platinum people, this is for the elite customer.
Okay, so you're actually sizing up like a personality quiz almost.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you pitch differently to different groups of people or what you see on the credit app?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gary, what do you look for when you open up that jacket for the first time?
I put my exact numbers, like which they close on, and then I look for the approvals, like where they submitted at, like which bank they set it up with. Then on the top of it, I go for the one I can get it, the better approval, obviously, and then according to that, I start putting my stuff in it, and then I prepare the offer.
Do you have a dollar amount that you know your guidelines before you bring that customer in, or do you just start pitching everything?
No, I go according to the guidelines.
Okay, so you know where you're at.
Yes, I go according to the bank's guidelines. Like I know this is the bank I'm gonna go with, where I'm gonna make the most money, and according to that, I go for my pitch.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Senior, you're still fairly new. What are you looking for when you open up that jacket?
I mean, I've been learning from him and Hector. So Hector and him pretty much do the same thing. I get a deal and I see where I can make more money from.
Well, Hector rewrites 50% of his deals, so I'd probably pay attention more to Gary right now.
I know to get from Gary
Okay.
on that part, but
Good.
as far as the pitching goes and stuff like that from Hector.
Because I granted, everybody goes off the sell everything and worry about it later theory, but the problem is when you're rewriting half your customers, half of those customers have now cooled off and may not want the product, or they find a window that rolls up and down too slow and they want to get it fucking repaired. So, and if you're typing 60 deals, you don't want that to become 90 either, because now you're fucking backed up and now you can't focus on anything else, right? So one time across the desk is ideal. When you open that thing up, you should do exactly what Gary's saying right here. You should look at your loan to value, have an idea where you're going with it, hopefully something different than what the desk is, because just because the desk gave you a deal with an approval doesn't mean it's the best approval. It's the first approval that makes sense to put that fucking deal on the road. Doesn't mean it's the best one. And when the desk is working 3 or 4 or 5 deals at the same time, he's not going to dissect that deal and look at it up and down. He's going to take the first one that makes sense. He's going to shove it in finance, right? So if you guys don't know any more in the desk, you might be taking the second or third best option. You just don't know because you haven't spent the time to get better than the desk at learning these bank programs. Who should be better at the banks, the desk or the finance? As a whole, who do you think is better right now, the desk or the finance? The desk is. I can tell you right now, the desk is. As a whole. Gary's at Toyota, but Gary's still not better than Jeff or Victor. He's not. I mean, that's the reality of it. Okay, you guys spend a lot of time in that office, and you could dissect these things and get better at these programs. You guys should know programs that we don't know about. You guys should have secrets that we don't know about that you kind of keep to yourself. Now, granted, I would love for everybody to share it. But good finance guys have little fucking fishing holes that they don't let up.
I always tell them don't share with desk. That's your money.
And why would you want to keep that to yourself?
Because that's my money. That's my money. I learned that
because it's fucking creative.
A finance job is a selfish job. Let's be serious about it. That's the one position in the dealership that you are a little selfish, and that's okay. That's what the job is, right? And you should have these little secrets. Okay, because then that tells me you're actually trying to find new avenues and work the banks. But if you guys are seriously just relying on this, then you have one source of income. You're limited to what the customer is going to give you. You're not gonna make money on this if you don't know this. Okay.